You're on a plane at 35,000 feet and the captain shouts over the announcement. Is there a less than insert your job here greater than on board? Quote, what potential emergency are you going to help with? I'm a skydiving instructor, so probably helping nothing. Sounds like a real emergency. I love flying, but if they call for you, I'm officially shitting my pants. I am in the IT, I guess I could turn the plane off and on again. Please don't do that. Genuinely. As long as the plane does turn back on. It's not a bad idea. If the plane doesn't turn back on, well, you were going to die anyway. But now it's quicker. If it doesn't turn back on, just put it in rice. You need your windows cleaned now? Hey, I'm trying to enjoy the view here. I paid a lot of money for this flight. I'd appreciate if the airline went above and beyond to accommodate me. Just came from a conference with topics including how airlines can provide perks to their customers. Prepaid in-flight window cleaning would be a hit, I'm sure. I get that airline food is bad, but why are they asking for a sous chef? Have to figure out whether it was the chicken or the fish. Ah yes, I remember, I had the lasagna. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. I'm a kayak instructor. I guess we're about to crash into the ocean and just so happen to have 300 kayaks on board. Handy. You're the guy Google Maps was talking about when the directions say to kayak across the Pacific Ocean. I found of that one too. Asked for directions from Melbourne Airport to Melbourne. Turns out there is a Melbourne Airport in the US. It told me to kayak from the mainland US to Hawaii, then to Australia. I was baffled. I just wanted directions from the airport. Well, I'm a canoe instructor, so if it's open boats, I got it. Software engineering, but I work for the government. I email 3+ managers for approval, charge numbers, etc. Then schedule meetings to talk about meetings to schedule meetings. They're all gonna die. We'll fix it in post. Once next year's budget is released. Well, I guess I could help with an anxiety attack of the pilot or one passenger. So I might actually be helpful. If the pilot gets an anxiety attack, we're all fucked. Well, the co-pilots are there for something. So as long as both of them don't have the panic attack at the same time. New Olympic sport idea, synchronized panic attacks. Dentist, what's up? Your tooth hurt. Here's a sticker for being a good boy. What the fuck? Question mark. I've never gotten a sticker from the dentist, even as a kid. Pretty sure taking acetylene on airplanes is already very illegal. Where is that fucking welder? Question mark. Climb out there and lock down that engine. I walk towards the stewards, taking the intercom phone. Hi there guys. It's Magix. Not a sales call at all. We're just doing an important study for the pilot. Can I quickly run through that? I'm cut off as the passengers jettison me from the plane. Passengers, we've suddenly developed some extreme curiosity for knowing which protein associates with this one. Need an emergency co-immunoprecipitation experiment immediately. Grab your lab coat and rush to the cockpit. There's marine biologist and environmental scientist in this thread. I'm really scared if we now need to get down to the proteins. Who doesn't want an emergency ukulele song to lighten the mood? I'd much rather go with that in the background than, I don't know, 100 people screaming together. That's one of the best things I've imagined today XD. Attention passengers. We have a faulty Brunswick A2 pin setter in the cockpit. Is there a bowling alley mechanic on this flight? Quote. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Pin setter, landing gear, basically the same thing. Pretty much, you can fix anything with a hammer and willpower. And duct tape. I am a software engineer. So far, so bad. What am I specialized in that makes things even worse? Embedded systems. Guys, if the pilot calls out for an embedded systems engineer I will start praying, and so should you. But well, maybe it's just a broken coffee maker. Yes, I'm trying to airdrop this picture of my new puppy to my co-pilot, but his Samsung doesn't show up. Can you install AirDrop on his phone, please? Oh fuck you, that could have come straight from my boss's mouth. Also a SW engineer. Even better. I actually work on avionics software. If there is a problem that they need me to deal with while we are flying, well, I hope everyone aboard has their affairs set in order. Marine biologist, if they are asking for me, y'all need to panic. I need to know if we are endangering any wildlife if I put us down here. Are there really giant squid at 10,000 feet down? Because that's where we're headed. Stop littering in our oceans. Problems with the avionics. I actually work on planes. Lol. I guess it's still easier on ground, but good you're there. Yes, especially if you need spare parts, or the cause of the problem is on the outside, a part that's only accessible from the outside. D. Just get a gun, shoot at the wing. The fuel in the fuel tank explodes. The wing is gone. All the parts from that side of the plane are gone. No broken part, no problem. Structural engineer. What do you want me to do? Build an emergency runway. An emergency stripper pole. Username checks out. Meta. He just realized his taxes are due tomorrow. How much tax does a stripper pay? Depends on her deductibles. Batum Tish. All the assets are considered. Well, I'm unemployed, so maybe I'm the sacrifice to the sky demon so the plane can remain airborne or something. Alternatively, my paperwork lists student as the occupation, so perhaps the plane needs to be told that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Less than, so perhaps the plane needs to be told that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Greater than. We all need a fellow seaweed. We all need to. Everything is fine because I'm unemployed. Is there an unemployed person on board? I think you're better off not volunteering for that one. Maybe they have a sweet-ass job offer? The good jobs are never advertised and the legal jobs are never advertised by a captain at 30,000 feet. IDK, what the fuck is going on if the captain was calling for an environmental scientist? It's the third chapter in a Stephen King novel and you're a minor character who is probably going to die, but you'll help them figure out that it was an alien fungus that caused the airplane to go down. And King will definitely give you enough backstory and believable personality traits that we'll all cry when you die. And then you'll get revived in the next Dark Tower novel story if it ever happens. If you're a woman, he'll probably gives us a good rundown on the state of your breasts too. Pretty boring answer. I'm going to help fly the plane. Pilot here. Edit. Thank you anonymous person for the gold. Username comes from working in aviation safety. I spend most of my time analyzing when pilots screw up and how to hopefully prevent occurrences in the future from happening. Admit it, if they came on the intercom saying, "Excuse me, but flight deck wants to know if there's a pilot on board," either the actual pilot's taking a really long shit, or deeply fucked. Or they discovered that the current pilot was actually just 3 kids in a trench coat. It happens. Things the airlines don't want you to know. Why yes, I can probably get your Wi-Fi working. I hope it's just not connected to any crucial systems cause I just kinda turn things off and on again, so. Shoe salesman, I guess I'd just start selling Nike Airs. Air Force Ones. Did you once score 4 touchdowns in a single game in high school? Someone needs a drink ASAP. Engineer. Hydraulic failure. I decay, but I'm making my peace with God real quick. Kindergarten teacher. Well, one of those annoying kids on the plane, duh. Yeah, I am a fellow child wrangler. I'm picturing the scenario as something like a bunch of 5-year-olds trying to hijack the plane, 9/11 style, and they need me as the dashing hero to stop them. My new title is a middle school teacher, child wrangler. 30 unruly 6-year-olds? I'm on it.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox.